of the reasons why we just can't stay away from social media, we cannot disconnect from social media, is because of FOMO. That the moment we disconnect, everything is happening at the same time. All the best events are being organized, people are gossiping about each other, news is happening, discussions are happening, the latest developments are being discussed, ideas are being discussed, opinions are being discussed, and people will organize the next party, the next trip, and of course, you think that all will happen when you're disconnected from social media, and then this fear kicks in, right? This fear of missing out, that, oh no, they will forget about me. Oh no, now I don't have the opportunity to share my insights, to share my opinions. Now they might not exclude me anymore. They might judge me because I am disconnected. I am offline, and now I'm not allowed to participate. I want to be, of course, on the same frequency as my peers. So in order to fit in order for me to have this feeling that I matter, that I participate, I need to know what's going on. I want to be in the loop. That's what people think, right? And that's why they have this FOMO, the fear of missing out, which basically means I have to be on social media. Like, it's mandatory. Like, it's vital for me to be on social media, even if I don't really like it. I have to participate because, yeah, I want to belong. But you really want to convert this FOMO. And I can imagine this is challenging, especially if you are still searching who you are, your own identity, your authenticity. Because, a lot of people, that's how they sacrifice their authenticity for attachment, right? They want to focus on different things. They want to focus on their own lives. They want to do that introspection. They will want to find out what is it that fuels them. But no, just because they want that attachment, they are afraid to be alone. They sacrifice the authenticity, so they forget about who they are or what they actually really want to do, but they just decide to connect on social media. So there's at least some level of attachment. Maybe it's not the perfect level of attachment. Maybe it's attachment with people you don't even really like, but still it's some level of attachment. And then what you do then is you sacrifice who you are, your authenticity, for that attachment. So that's why, remember, when you are older and you look back, you're not going to be thinking, oh, well, thank God I was all the time in the loop. I always knew what was going on in that person's life. Or not even that. Like, you were discussing what might happen in that person's life or what has happened in that person's life. Basically, you are in the loop and you know about all these happenings that actually are not important. So you want to convert this FOMO into the joy of missing out, YOMO, the joy of missing out. Because if you focus back on FOMO, the fear of missing out, what if you are online? If you are on social media all the time, you are gossiping about this peer, about that peer, about this person and that person, and now you are all cool because you fit in. But look at all the things you're missing out in the real world, in the offline world. What I just mentioned, your authenticity, you want to build yourself, you want to discover yourself. Look at all the things that you're not doing just because you try to please people and try to fit in this group that is not even the right group for you. So look at you, you're sacrificing your whole life just for participating with them, and like, regardless of what they're talking about, you just want to show them, like, hey, look, I'm still a member of the gang, right? But look at all the things you're missing out, right? So you can apply FOMO, like you can flip FOMO. So if you're afraid, oh my God, I don't know what's happening on social media, then flip it and think, you know what, I'm on social media, but look at all the opportunities I'm missing in real life. The way I can educate myself, the way I can get inspired, and the way I can really tune out all the chatter and the noise on social media and really listen to my inner voice so I can understand what is it that I actually want to do or what I should be doing, right? That introspection. So that's what you're missing out if you are on social media all the time. So what will happen when you disconnect because of the fear of missing out in the offline world? Then you will experience JOMO, the joy of missing out. You're happy that you're missing out. All the noise that people talk about, all the chatter on social media, the emotions that you read and see on social media, all the petty things that people concern themselves about. You're disconnected, like no headaches anymore. All the unnecessary BS that you see and hear on social media, you don't experience that anymore. You now have this feeling of, I'm happy that I'm missing out, right? The people probably were not even the right fit anyway. Or the things you were interested in, they were not even interested in that, right? If you're ambitious, you want to be surrounded by people who are ambitious, people who understand that you should not be on social media, right? Because if you are disconnected from social media because you want to take action and because you actually take your life seriously, then you want to surround yourself with other people who will say, yeah, of course that you are disconnected from social media. I'm too, because I don't have time. I don't have time to waste all my time on social media just because I have to kind of show off, or showing my presence on social media like it's mandatory. No. So experience the joy of missing out when you disconnect yourself from social media, but with a purpose. You want to kind of understand what it is then that you want to be doing. Like, focus on that discovery. Focus on all the activities that you can take on, the focus, paying attention on other things in the real world, in the offline world, but also maybe on the internet. Maybe you want to still take activities online, like starting a website, start a blog, YouTube channel, whatever you want. You might want to be productive online, but as long as you understand that you're not on social media for the wrong reasons. The joy of missing out. YOLO, you only live once. When you're 80, when you're 90, when you're 70, you will think back and you think, what a noise, what a chatter that was far from productive. There was absolutely, it absolutely had no real advantage in my life. Don't waste your time. Don't focus too much on what other people might think of you, right? It's better to be alone instead of fitting in the right group, right? Don't just try and find and participate in a group just because you're afraid of feeling alone. Know how it is to be with yourself. Know how that feels like, and improve that situation, improve that conversation you have with yourself when you're by yourself, that you're comfortable with being alone. And then try to focus on yourself, build yourself, so you can attract the right people in your life that are going to help you to improve your life. Joy of missing out. YOLO, you only live once.